Hey everybody, it's a nice morning. I decided I'd come out here to this little creek where I have had permission over several years to walk and look for artifacts and things. This is on private property. I'm not going to tell you where it is. That way I can continue to come out here and enjoy it. But I will tell you that I have found some Native American artifacts out here, as well as there is either a family dump or it could possibly be a town site dump. There used to be a town here that was relocated back when the railroad came through. It wasn't close enough to their town, so they just up and moved the whole entire town about, I think, 6 miles from where the original town site was. And years ago, walking through this creek, I would find a lot of bottles, a lot of glassware, some metal things, and it was all very old stuff. And it never did click until watching some videos on YouTube that could possibly be because they would dump near a creek, and over time it washes out into the creek. So I am kind of anxious to get down here and see what's washed out. Since I was here, it's been probably 6 years ago. So we've had some rain, so there is water in the creek and it's very muddy, can't see anything. I'm probably going to end up sticking to walking along the top of the creek bank, but from there we might find some stuff. So if we do, I will bring you back on. See you in a little bit. Sure pretty and peaceful out here. Last time I was here, this little creek was dry as a bone. But as you can see, we've had a flood. Looks like the cattle might have knocked this out of the dirt. Milk glass cream jar. Not sure of the age, but I will definitely look that up. No markings on the bottom that I can see. Well, our first find of the day. Look at this. Let's check that out. Ooh. Lizard. That's pretty, even if it's muddy. Okay, let's keep looking. I had to show you this log jam, which is kind of unheard of around this area. We don't have a lot of big trees, but as you can see, the drought's taken its toll on them over the years, and they end up falling, and they must have had a ginormous torrential flood. This creek is pretty much has changed its course. I may have to double back on the other side. But it's very interesting to me what nature can do. I wouldn't want to be out here when that happened. Alright, we're going to head that way into the darkness. Sure is pretty. Okay, I have spotted a jug over on the opposite side of the bank. Now I've just got to figure out how to get over there, hold on to the little tree, and see if I can grab it. I'll bring him back on if I can get to it. Well, I think I may have found my path across. Look at the size of that tree. Let's see if we can get down here without sinking into the mud. I can hear a deer. Oh, there she goes. I don't know if you can see through all the brush. And I hear a squirrel. Beautiful. Before I turned my camera on today, I spooked a fawn. Maybe that's her mama. I want to look for her. We are in the area where the Comanches had their winter camp. They would come up here and hunt buffalo, and camped at the nearby Pease River. And because they were nomadic, they didn't stay here year round. But the winters are pretty easy. Every once in a while we'll have a bad one, but I guess it was nothing that they couldn't deal with. I can't imagine being in a teepee and going through a northern, but they were tough people. Okay, back around here. Oh, I saw something over there. This is so grown up, it's kind of spooky because it looks nothing like it did 5-6 years ago last time I was here. It's like exploring a brand new place. I used to know it like the back of my hand. All right, let me see. Okay, there it is. Now, can I safely scramble down there and get that? I guess we're gonna find out. there's another glass bottle behind that one. Okay, let me find a good path and then I'll be back with you. Okay, I survived, but all that scrambling for what looks like a mayonnaise jar and an old ketchup. Neither one are really that old, but they're still pretty cool. Well, I know this was a short adventure, but I think I'm gonna head out. It is getting hot already. It's gonna be 105 today, I believe. A little too hot to be out here hiking around. Always, always check the forecast before you go on an adventure. You have to know your limitations. We might not have found a bunch of really cool stuff, but it's been nice to be out here where you can hear the locusts and the birds, see a deer or two. That's a big bone, a big cow. And we'll be going on another adventure pretty soon. Right now it's just getting too dang hot to be out running around, especially since Grammy likes to tent camp. I may have to get a cabin somewhere and do some exploring that way. But I would love it if you come along with me. And if you enjoy this kind of content, seeing nature, I try not to talk too much so that you can enjoy it with me. I'd appreciate it if you give me a thumbs up. Maybe click that subscribe button. It doesn't cost anything. It just helps me get my videos seen by more people. I really appreciate it. Oh, and look at me. I'm glad I backtracked. I lost one of my water bottles. I know that's mine. It's still cold. found something interesting to show you. I didn't notice coming the other direction, but this big tree that's fallen, as you can see, it's been struck by lightning. You see where it busted out there? I'm sure that happens more often than we know. Wow, really interesting. Hey, thought I'd stop and take a little drink break real quick. And I wanted to show you one of the artifacts that I found here years ago. It is one of the first or second times that I was here. And I didn't know what I had till my friend Jerry told me what it was. So let me show it to you and then see if you know what it is. As you can see, it's flat, smooth on one side. And you can see where the edges are worked. Jerry explained that it was a thumb scraper. And you can see it's got an indentation right there where you could use that to work on hides to remove the tissue and fat. So I thought that was pretty interesting, and it was found right here in this creek. Hey everybody, thanks for coming along, and hopefully I'll be seeing you on a new adventure pretty soon. Hopefully it cools off just a little bit before I do that. But in the meantime, be careful, y'all keep exploring out there, and I hope you enjoyed this video. See you next time. Bye.